Alright, so now we're going to take a look at part of a sample lesson that uses Smart Notebook, just so you can see how all these tools kind of come together to help make it a slightly more interesting lesson. We're looking at a page from the lesson. We use the text tool to go ahead and add all of this text in. There's blanks and spaces there so that students can come up with what they want to plug into those spaces. What would the definition for perpendicular bisector be? Filling in blanks like down here, and then an example that we can go through as a group. This blue box is a shape that has been we use the fill on to make it a different color to draw attention to that, to make it easier for the students to understand that that's the part we're really interested in. And at the bottom here we used line tools, point tools, and some drawing things to make our little picture there. The question is, if point C is on the perpendicular bisector of AB, then what else needs to be true? And we can go ahead and use our measurement tool, the ruler. Grab that ruler, rotate it a little bit, plug it in down here so our 0 is there. We'll measure up to point C. Looks like it's about 3 inches. And then we can switch this, and we will rotate it the other way and measure from B up to point C and see if it also comes out to be about 3 inches, which indeed it does. So you could have students do a quick little investigation, utilize the measuring tool, and actually realize, oh, if it is on the perpendicular bisector, point C is the same distance from A as it is from B. And that is a very important mathematical concept that we can show visually so that students can understand a little better. On our next screen we actually would do kind of the inverse of that, again using the text tool, the shape tool, and all those other parts, drew another picture to say if these are the same, what has to be true down here. And at that point we could use our measurements, our protractor, put the protractor down here and measure to see that if that is true, then this must be 90 degrees. The next page has examples. These are drawn from the online textbook that this lesson came from, using the screen capture tool, just going in and using the freehand one to draw around what we wanted to capture, and then just making sure we plugged it in correctly so the students can see the examples on the screen, and we as a class could go through and answer the questions, have the students come up and show their answers, that sort of thing, as we went through. So using all the basic tools, you can put together a nice lesson that isn't static, you standing up there lecturing the whole time. It involves interaction with the students, it involves activities and examples, and using tools for them to actually get involved in the lesson.